So today, I wanted to show something off. Combo Breaker was selling a bunch of merch and stuff online. So if you guys picked up any Combo Breaker merch, you're probably starting to receive it. And one of the things that they were selling is the Zine. Now, my camera's gonna be a little bit weird here, probably. I'll try to bring it a little closer and maybe let it focus, and you guys can see, yeah, you can see like Beerus, and then you can see like all the characters over here. There's like what, Venom, what's the pirate guy, Cervantes, and then there's Enkidu, and then there's Azrael. Yeah, Azrael. Anyway, you can see all the character art on here is really cool, right? Kano, Zero, Dalsum, all kinds of characters. Leo, Eliza. You can't show this anymore. Sorry. Tusk. You know, you see Chun, you see all these characters. Anyway, so this character art is massive. So this is usually what's printed on the Combo Breaker shirts. So I think the zine was planned regardless of whether there was going to be a retrospective or not. I think the zine was supposed to be happening no matter what. I think also it was going to be more focused on other things at the event. So the way this works is like, it's got a bunch of different articles written by community members that Rick kind of reached out for, a bunch of different art pieces, and then each of the main games that are on here has a little section. So the way it was supposed to work is you got to the venue, you picked up your badge, you grabbed a zine, you flipped through the zine, it would have a floor plan of the event, right? So you would know where all the games are, where all the setups are and everything. And then after you look through and you saw the floor plan and everything, you're like, oh, what games are happening? You know, what don't I know about? Oh, they're doing, you know, I don't know, JoJo's in here. What's going on with JoJo? So you would start reading like JoJo's whatever. This is a game that's been around for a long time. It's a retro title. We're excited to show it off this year, etc. Right? You open it up, Astro Gaming. We already know, blue and red, and then there's a little post in here. It's a forward. And this was written by Pat. Yeah, it's the article. If you hadn't seen it, Pat has posted this article on Twitter. And it's an article about writing, essentially, this forward. And he talks about kind of the experiences that he would have had at Combo Breaker and what he misses about it and all that kind of stuff. So there's a first article here by Pat. There's a picture. And you can see all of them. It says, for each of the articles, written by Patrick Miller and his Twitter. And then on the other side, photo credit for Robert Paul, Tempest Rob, you guys know. And obviously there's more. And there's tons, as you can see, tons and tons and tons of pictures from the event, right? So pictures. And then on this side, there's a bunch of pictures, right? There's Chanel and Cuddlecore. And then there's the marriage that happened with Eugene and Tanya. And then it goes down, there's Goichi here playing. More staff pictures. Right, so this big, they like the black and white pictures for like the setup day. I wonder if it's because the venue is in such disarray that black and white looks better. Is there a scratch and sniff panel for the floor of the pheasant run? You could, but I think I would get a contact high that would probably make me end the stream. Then on this side, you can see there's another article that starts up here. It's called a community combo. This one is written by St. Cola, which is really cool. And then it goes on to this page and it just talks about, it's kind of like a more local article talking about Chicago and stuff and kind of the impact on the Midwest community. So I think that's a pretty cool article. And then this picture is sick. This is from the Tekken finals. There's this massive picture. You can see Rip in the background. This is from the Tekken finals, not this year, but the year before, I think. You can see like MYK is there. Some dweeb from my house is there. She's like, you can see Harada's in the front. Let me zoom in a bit. Everybody's like, oh shit, oh my god, Combo Breaker. So this is a cool one. I see a Starbucks cup that we snuck into the venue. I don't even remember if you could just bring in drinks or not, to be honest with you. And then, yeah, so all the ad stuff on here. So there's like a Them's Fighting Herds ads, right? Makes sense. This is all the ad stuff that they were going to do for the event. So Astro has been featured a lot. On the other side, there's this big group picture. You know, every year at Combo Breaker, at the end, whatever the last game is, there's going to be a group picture. So you can see this is the year. Hey, focus camera. This is the year of Dragon Ball. So this is, you can see Sonic Fox. Steve and I are in the middle there by Rick. This is like the big group picture that they do every year. Yeah, the pages are like thick. They're really nice, actually. They look great. And then there was a cool article here as well from Super Effects Paul. I like Paul's stuff a lot. So this is the FGC's biggest hookup. Talking about Combo Breaker again. And some more pictures. Yeah, this way. It's hard to tell on the camera. Combo Queen's picture and everything. This thing is, what? You know, of all the merch and everything, this is like the one thing that I wanted. Because I already had the pullover, which I wear like 300 days of the year or something. So of all the things they were giving out, the zine was what I wanted the most. So this one, this is 2 pages of pictures. There's like a cosplay with Doom up there. There's, on this page, pretty funny, but I gotta make sure the light, look at Tokido's face. Oh my god, Tokido and Bonchan. And then down here, this looks like it's, I'll go this way first. This is on stage. This is Tanakana and what was that, Mateo playing Tekken? That this way. And then this is James and David during Street Fighter 1 of the years. And then another article made in Chicago by St. Cola with this dope top spread of Mortal Kombat with the stage. Like, look at how cool this looks, right? So this is like the experience. If you've never been to Combo Breaker, I guess you wouldn't recognize. There is the main stage, and then there's a side stage in each of the 4 corners of the room. So 5 total stages, right? 1 main stage, and then a stage in each corner. So when it's finals day, the visual you get is like one big stage in the middle that, as you can see, it says Mortal Kombat on like the side banners, the trusses and stuff over there. And then there's like the side stage over here is more viewing, and the side stage over here is more viewing. And then they have the banners with all the sponsors and stuff in this stage. And it goes on down. There's a photo of the Melina Slayer in there. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Get him, Ed Boon, get him. Yeah, it talks a little bit about Chicago's history and then NRS stuff as well. And then there's another double spread here with an advertisement on one side and then like a Scar lifting his trophy on the other. During 2019 Tekken, the banners would say make some noise every time Steve said it. That's pretty good. So this key art that you see in the front, right, it has a bunch of characters and stuff on there. These characters are also used individually. Remember when I mentioned there would be little write-ups for each section in each game? In this little back section here, this is like if you showed up to the venue and you knew nothing about what was happening, you play Street Fighter and you're like, I don't know what's going on with any of these other tournaments, what's even happening, right? So you would read this zine, and as you can see here, right, it would be like, here's the Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo tournament, and there's Chun-Li just hanging out, and the character arts individually are so cool. And there's little write-ups about what the tournament was going to be like and like what's going on now, and then, you know, the fact that like, okay, well, you know, ST is going to be at Combo Breaker. What was it going to be like? Why is it important that it's at CB, etc.? And then on the other side, for instance, whoops, there's like Skullgirls, Eliza or whatever, and it's got her like big chillin'. The character art is fantastic. The artwork was by @Absolumta. So this is his Twitter. I hope there's no nude drawings. Did a great job. So I'll link the Twitter in here in case you guys are curious. And so this is the Killer Instinct section, obviously. It's written by the lovely Ace King offsuit, and then you can see there's like the nice Tusk art down here. This one came out great, by the way. Look at how buff this dude Tusk looks. His leg can't even be contained on the page. The sword is also visible in the full art. And then on this side, you can see there's like a big banner or a big picture, and it's like KI on stage. It looks great. This is like all the pages for all the games. So Grand Blue, I'll start showing the art and stuff. So this is Grand Blue, that's Vasaraga. And then on the other side, you've got Zero from Marvel 3. Get looped. Get zoop zoop. The Guilty Gear right up here. Guilty Gear Rev 2. Whoops. And then we have Leo. This one is really... Steve would freak out about this. This one's really good. And then there's like the big picture on the other side. Teresa freaking out. Smash Bros, they have everybody's favorite Persona character. And then Marvel on the other side. Ooh, it's Venom. The Venom art's cool. I feel like in this case, everybody is excited just because Venom is like a cool character to draw, you know what I mean? This one came out great too. You never see the character in the game, so I'm glad they picked him. The Beerus art came out great. Like, he looks really, really good. They did a good job with him. I think all the character art's pretty solid. And then this is one of my favorite pictures of Combo Breaker. The Trunks Super, the level 1 with Combo Breaker on the panels here. This picture is like really great. I love this picture a lot. Samsho, this is everybody's favorite Samurai Showdown character. What's her name? And then on the other side, Akihiko for BB Tag. On this side, you got some Street Fighter, Punk and Problem, and then probably my favorite character art of all of them. This alone was like, it's unbelievable. So it's kind of small in the large character art, but this Dalsum drawing is legit incredible. Like, it's so sick. Breaker's Revenge? I know nothing about Breaker's Revenge. I don't know who Homeboy is, but it looks like Tasty Steve would play him. And then on the other side, who be this? Sorry, I hit the mic. Who be this? This little goblin looking guy? Brawlhalla? Damn. This guy looks cool. Oh, the MK. The God of War. It looks like Kratos. Yeah, there's Kano. And then on the other side, there's an MK picture. This is from the exhibition, I think, right? I do know who this is. This is KOF, at least. I don't want to get hit by TOS, so I got to move quick. That's mine. This is the Azrael picture we saw earlier on the front. This came out great, too, I think. So all of these are accompanied by articles, by the way. All of these have an article with it. This drawing is not only fantastic, but the picture, the winning moment here of Clear Lamp, where you can see his back on the camera. Like, you can see his back on the stage, and then you can see like him on the stage itself. This is sick. Oh, these are right in the middle. That's nice. Cervantes and some girl from Melty Blood. I don't know who that is, sorry. I'll know soon, but I don't know now. Yeah, these are all cool. They all have a write-up. You can read like all about what was going on here, all the talent, who's good, who's to watch out for, what happened in the last tournament, like who's picking up the game and who's doing great and all this kind of stuff. It's like all there. Vampire Savior. This is, what's her name? BB? Yeah. Isn't this who Sako plays? Or he's the one that made the combo for this character? There's a picture of the retro room. Pretty cool. Q. It's G, actually. And then this is the drawing they did for Mystery. I guess because JoJo would have been part of it. I haven't even finished part 3, but this is incredible. So last page for the game section here. Sorry, whoops. Is Brian for Tekken. So there's a write-up about Tekken and how important it is to Combo Breaker with this dope Brian picture. And then there's this big picture of Tekken 7 on the main stage there. That looks like Anakin versus Nee. Yeah, Anakin versus Nee. And then the last couple pages are, boom, big Anakin versus Nee, black and white with Steve and Rip freaking out in the background. Then obviously the jumping Steve picture, which is a classic. And then Nee, I think that's right after his win. Yeah, this picture is classic. I now own a copy of this picture because of this magazine. Picture of Kat and Rick and Evan. Bang, bang, bang. Astro to close because why not? And then we'll return in 2021. This is a nice little magazine, right? This thing's dope. I have a little shelf over there, and I have like a Street Fighter art book and some other stuff that's on there. Like what else? I think I have like a poster on there, and then I have Daigo's book and some other like FGC related things. I'm trying to build up a shelf that's only fighting game related readings. Full-size banners of the art are all available here. Ah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Okay, let's take a look. So we mentioned that this is the guy that did everything on Twitter. This is the art. This is the art page. Of course, Combo Breaker has an art page, and you can click on the banner graphics. Nice. And they've got full screen banner graphics for all of the individual key art. That's tight. So yeah, this thing is great. I'm really happy I got this. And if you didn't get one, I encourage you to try to get one for next year. Like, so whenever Combo Breaker happens again, invest in the zine. I'll never understand the power to have your hair turn into a hat or your hat turn into a hair. Even I'm not capable of that. Listen. We did that sandwich tier list, and I was thinking to myself, do I need to go reevaluate my cereal tier list? I haven't looked at it in a while, and I looked and I saw that I put Honey Bunches of Oats as number 1, and I was like, everything's fine. I didn't even look further than that. I legit looked at the first slot, fist bumped my past self, and I was out. That was the end.